name is Hazel Lim, and I run a Chinese autism support group, and that's under the umbrella of Chinese in Wales Association. So my journey with autism, it started with my son. Some of his behavior and how he interacts with other people and the world is maybe something called autism. I thought it would be good to meet some families maybe also living with autism. So I started with the Chinese community, and I found that I couldn't find anybody and no one wants to talk about it. I created a Chinese parents support platform. I also run some activities during the half term for the children. I also created a bilingual booklet to help the Chinese family to understand the condition, but also to help the professional if they need to explain the condition to the families. I think the biggest difference is they have gradually accepted who their child is. Yeah, that's the biggest difference that I think I made.
My name's Mel Barry. I'm the director and hub manager of Include Hub, which is a space and a hub which is based around making people feel comfortable. We wanted to understand how we could support individuals in a way that was led by them. We work with those who've had engagement with the criminal justice system, homelessness, those who've been exploited through drugs and crime, and particularly women who've been engaged and perhaps not of their choice within the criminal justice system. But also alongside that, we've got our Women's Pathfinder programs. I captained Wales 93 times. Sport was my safety net. It was my safe place. I've done a lot within the sports sector, but also looking at trauma based on my own personal experience, and obviously having the ability to support those in a way which I've had to learn myself. People heal people, and it's positive relationships that protect us and that change us. And if we can do that, we can help as many people and walk alongside them, then you know what? This place is going to be a far kinder world. And for me, that's the most important thing.
I'm Pamela Judge. I'm joint coordinator of the Wospy campaign in Ceredigion. Wospy, it's Women Against State Pension Injustice. I started to feel that I wanted to be doing something about the issue a couple of years ago. And it was a time when I was recovering from a serious illness. We did a series of public meetings to let women know what was going on, and then we've done all kinds of things to let people know about us. We've been getting to women who don't really have much interest or understanding of the political process. They've begun to learn how these things work and how they can affect change. And I think one of the nice things about this campaign is we're not only giving women a voice, but we're putting women in touch with their own skills. And I think we've all got out of our comfort zones and done things for this campaign that we'd never imagined that we would. It's been really enjoyable and fun. And I think that's a really important part of campaigning. It's not just about the hard slog and trying to affect policy. It's also about friendships and solidarity among women.
My name's Pamela Davis. I recently wrote a play based on the loss of my daughter, who was stillborn, Sam. I felt there was a huge need to raise awareness, understanding and support for people affected by baby loss as a result of miscarriage and stillbirth. Being a mum is something I've wanted all my life. Between 2011 and 2018, I actually lost 5 babies. So Sam was one of 5. I struggled with depression and anxiety after Sam. There wasn't really any specialist support around that I could find at that time. But Hope House came along and this counsellor was amazing. If it hadn't have been for their support, I wouldn't be standing as I am now. It's been the one thing I've been able to do with my daughter. I couldn't do anything with her alive, so let's do this with her memory. Now in the process of recruiting trustees to go forward as charity called Our Sam, and that will be all about raising awareness through popular media and then providing awareness training for healthcare and HR professionals. I hope that we will go on to develop other parent stories and dad stories and, just stories that we can then use to raise awareness.